what really separates us from animals? Allergies. A zebra with a pollen allergy is no good to their herd, other than allowing the herd to scamper off to safety, while Sniffles keeps the local hyena gang busy getting torn apart. And you would figure that the allergic would be the first to go here in the modern world as well, but they're not. You know what group of humans is on the verge of getting their bones stripped clean? It's the ones without allergies. If you don't have an allergy, you pay regular price. That's just not good business. People with allergies require special needs supplies, and they cost more than everyday items. The allergy sector is just too valuable for the economy. I'm allergic to dogs. I treat my allergy by staying away from dogs. And that makes me an enemy to society. In order to survive in the 21st century, I need to get a dog. Buy medicine that allows me to have a dog, buy food and supplies for the dog, and hopefully some allergy medicine for my new friend. If that seems like a sketchy description of how we're supposed to act, try this experiment the next time you go to an Italian restaurant. Tell the waiter you have a gluten allergy and a dairy allergy. Instead of the waiter's natural reaction of, you have a gluten allergy and a dairy allergy, an Italian restaurant is the last place that I would expect to see you. Everything is wheat and cheese here. Do you have heavy credit card debt you can't get out from under? You should probably go eat somewhere else. They will instead direct you to a portion of the menu that is catered to your needs and allows them to continue to extract money from you. And if you're lucky, the waiter will suggest a libation from the bar that meets your special needs. The exact thing we are drinking today on Poor Choice, where we drink the worst liquor in the world, and today it is gluten-free beer. Beer is made with 4 ingredients: water, hops, yeast, and a grain like wheat, barley, or rye, for example, and those grains contain glutens. Every beer gimmick is just a variation on what they do with the glutens. When they introduced light beer, it was just beer with less glutens. Remember draft-style beer in a bottle? Those beers were made by a process called cold filtering. Cold filtering removes the yeast during the later brewing process, essentially breaking up the glutens from their toxic relationship with the yeast, allowing for a clearer, happier, and sweeter beer. Then there was the non-alcoholic beer fad. Remember that? Non-alcoholic beer, which is just glutens. Yeah, I just made non-alcoholic beer less fun. Everyone around you is boozing it up, and you're in the corner drinking crescent rolls out of a bottle. But I'm getting away from the point. In order to make gluten-free beer, you swap out the ingredient that contains glutens for ones that don't. Process that sounds like it happened by accident and under some pressure. I don't know if the brewers came up with this on their own or they stole it from one of those dark web cooking shows where the losers watch their families get murdered. The point is, danger produces results. When I first started drinking beer, it was because I was not allowed to have it. And that's because I was a child. But more than that, beer was the most readily dangerous thing available. And even as an adult, beer should have an element of danger to it. Gluten-free beer may be safer, but if you take the danger out of beer, you end up with a big glass of Christian rock. There's nothing there. Every time I take another sip, I go deeper into overdraft protection. This is so empty, they're probably going to open up the Spirit Halloween costume store in the bottle next week. You know what? There's only one way to fix this. A little messy, but man, it tastes like beer now. I have the ability to rationalize just about anything. That's really the basis of this show. I take the worst booze on the planet and I find a use for it. But I'm at a loss with this gluten-free beer. You can't even use this stuff To drown a body, you need to dump in the river. There's no glutens in it to weigh it down. Glutens are protein, and protein is what you need to build muscle. So drinking beer with glutens is kind of like drinking a protein shake. If gluten-free beer is where the 21st century is going, instead of drinking that, I'd rather take my chances with the hyenas, because I know where they hid the good stuff with the glutens in it. I'm John McClellan. Thank you for watching Poor Choice.